Good evening. I hope you're enjoying the Columbus North International School virtual graduation. This next part is a student-created video made by two best friends and two of our amazing seniors, Jerimiah Pinkins and Charlie Dominguez. The video you're about to see is a collaboration of two videos they created for the senior breakfast and one for the virtual senior meetings we held during the COVID break. This video speaks to the character and talent of the class of 2020, and it is a great visual representation of their 6 years at Columbus North International School. My favorite part of the video is the tribute that is made to Abdu Gay, a member of the class of 2020 who we tragically lost during the summer before school started. Abdu's smile was infectious, and he was one of the most kind and considerate young men I've ever met. I think it is only fitting he has a special place in this ceremony. Finally, I want to thank and congratulate Ms. Luft on her upcoming retirement. She started with the class of 2020 in 7th grade and saw them through to the very end. Thank you, Ms. Luft, for an amazing 6 years. Without further ado, here's the senior video for the Columbus North International School, class of 2020.
Congratulations.
Seriously, congratulations. We're almost there. It may not end how we all expected it to, but we're more than prepared for it.
We've been in high school for 4 years and we've been through so many ups and downs. When we first got to international, it was bumpy.
We were the second 7th grade class to ever be there.
Our principal left halfway through the year and we had to get a new one.
There were fights every other day. Heck, we even made it on the news.
But we made it through all of that. Class of 2020 was always like the middle child of international. We were never first to do anything, and we probably won't be the last. But we made a name for ourselves, with everything that we were a part of. The Black History shows, the March for Our Lives rally, speaking at the Board of Education, pushing back at the system, and having to adapt like no other senior class at international has had to before.
Even with all the adapting we had to go through, we still managed to make the most fun at homecoming, a great senior breakfast, snow tubing, and we even managed to make our own little senior lounge in front of Miss Bishop's room. So I'd say that's what makes international really special. We are determined like no other school.
Our senior year has been tough. Moving to a different building, waiting in agony for the colleges we applied to get back to us, and now COVID-19.
We were all so excited for our time to come. So excited, in fact, that this class has the highest graduation percentage in international.
Even though we were all excited, there was one person in particular who was more excited than the rest of us. Sadly, he won't be here for the finish line, but he's in our hearts telling us not to give up. We can still be the best senior class international has ever had.
This virus shouldn't stop that, because we still have a month before the end. That means we have that much time to be the best.
Congratulations, seniors.
Congratulations. Love you guys.
Hi, seniors. Congratulations. Hope you all are doing awesome. I'm very proud of you and excited for you. Simon loves the class of 2020. Bye.
Hola, seniors. Hello, seniors. Los extraño muchísimo. Tanto que esta cuarentena me tiene pensando que... I miss you.
Bonjour mes élèves. Vous me manquez tellement. Félicitations, congratulations, and hopefully we will see each other soon. Stay in touch. Bye.
Congratulations. We are so proud of you.
Congratulations, seniors. Congratulations, class of 2020. We are so proud of what you're doing. We're lucky to have you as part of the Lion family.
So let's keep moving.
Because we know who we are.
We know where we come from. And we have the strength to move the world.
So let's do that. Because when we hold our diplomas in our hands,
we want to hear that special word we've been waiting for. Congratulations.
Hi, everybody. Congratulations, class of 2020, on this big moment of accomplishment. Both Deborah and I hope you are well and safe and savoring this day because you all earned it. Now, it is a little bit different than what you may have had in mind when you began senior year with so much excitement, so much promise. As we all know, this world has changed a lot.
In fact, we both have to admit that it wasn't easy trying to figure out what to say at this moment in time as we commemorate this special time. A few weeks ago, we would have been talking about the pandemic, urging you to hold on and to begin moving on through this difficult time. Well, now the world is shifting even more, exposing deep and painful fissures around us, around the issues of race and injustice. You were always going to be stepping out into a complex world, no doubt about that, but now you're also stepping into a world that is hurting. And if you are frustrated or maybe even a little anxious, that's understandable. Life is complicated, and that's the final big lesson that you're going to have to take away with you as you graduate.
But we want you to pause and think differently about your circumstances. Yes, this is an unusual graduation. Yes, things are a bit unsettling. And yes, it's going to take big changes and big ideas. And that's where you all come in. You are a graduating class that will go down in history. Some might even say you're a chosen group of graduates. Now, I know you're rolling your eyes, and I've got teenagers. I've seen some eye rolls. But think for just a few seconds. All 2,500 of you have an opportunity to step up. Not just to get your diplomas, but to show the world what it means to pivot in the face of difficulty, to create meaning and success in any situation, whether it's a pandemic or a change in our racial evaluations, how we see people, how people see us, when the things you are expecting to do don't go the way you expected it to.
Now, most of you have had supportive family or friends in your corner to get you this far. There have been days, I am sure, where you felt like you just didn't have it in you. You didn't want to give 100%. Someone probably nudged you along, and if they were like my parents, they probably threatened you to get your act together or else. Well, someone cared enough about you to get you through, to make sure that you did that last project, passed that test, won that football game. Somebody helped you get here and to succeed, got you over the hump, made sure you didn't fail. Well, now it's on you. It's up to you to get past these obstacles, these moments of concern, and of course, some disappointment.
Okay, so we know that this year ended in unexpected ways, and we still don't even know how it's going to end. You didn't get to go to prom. You didn't have those final basketball games. You didn't get to pull those final senior pranks on the teachers you weren't so crazy about. And you're not getting that strut across the stage right now to grab that diploma and hear your families carry on way too loud. No one can blame you for feeling bummed, class of 2020. No pomp today. That is your circumstance. But now, it is up to you to decide what to do with this moment, how to take these struggles and make this a better world.
When I was growing up in small town Georgia, post-segregated Georgia, I too had my world rattled in a really big way. All those civil rights marches and struggles had led to a monumental Supreme Court decision, Brown versus the Board of Education, which later threw open the schools to integration. Now, after attending an all-black school for most of my life, for the first 4 years of my life anyway, I was now stepping into a new and kind of bewildering world. It was kind of bewildering to some of my classmates and their parents. Some of them might have been even disappointed with this new and unsettling time. How are we going to cope with this unknown? Some of them might have asked. Some no doubt wanted to know what this is going to mean for the future. It was a new time. It required a different way of thinking. Well, now, this was no pandemic at that time. There was some social distance, I have to say, and there was great fear in stepping out into the new world. But like so many of my classmates, I decided that this was a moment to change the equation, to find ways to excel, to be stronger than those who were fearful, to reach deep down and to find my greatness.
And in fact, given what is going on right now with all the protests, with a resurgence of civil rights, and a lot of young people like you leading the way. Class of 2020, this is your moment, your chance to take what history is handing to you and to find your greatness. Some of you are celebrating extraordinary success, scholarships, acceptance to elite colleges, even the honor of introducing a former president of the United States during an online talk. Some of you are the first in your families to finish high school and to take steps toward a more promising life. Some of you may even help find a cure for this virus or emerge as leaders in our country, helping us find a new way. And we desperately need new creative leaders. We are so very proud of you, along with Superintendent Talisa Dixon.
You are our future, our hope of getting past these difficult times and on to something better. Okay, yes, we may be wearing masks for a little while and maybe doing elbow bumps for a little bit longer until we get there. But we will get to a better place because of you. So as former First Lady Michelle Obama suggested, do a little dance today. Celebrate yourselves. Don't do that dance, please. But celebrate yourselves because you have earned this moment, and nothing can take that away from you.
So as you step out into this big, complicated, unpredictable world of ours, well, I like to do predictions, but that's a whole nother story. I urge you to step boldly. Do it like you mean it. Make your decisions count. Someone once said, every decision that we make leads us down a different road. We'll never come to exactly the same crossroads. Every decision that we make has significance. The tiniest choice that we make reverberates throughout the entire universe.
So today, class of 2020, accept your moment in history. They're going to be talking about you for a long time. You are the class that stepped back out into the light after some dark days. You are the class that is going to change the way we go forward. As the great Maya Angelou says, up from the past that's rooted in pain, I rise.
So class of 2020, you rise. Give yourselves a personal hug. Give your classmates a virtual fist bump. Give your folks your deepest gratitude and celebrate yourselves wherever you are right now. This is your moment of achievement, and nothing can take that away.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
Good evening. My name is Kenton Lee, and I'm the principal of Columbus North International School. It is my privilege and pleasure to welcome you to our 2020 commencement ceremony. Tonight, we have a special program that includes reflections from our valedictorian and salutatorian, some words from Columbus City Schools Board of Education member and international parent, Michael Cole, some parting thoughts from Ms. Johnson and Ms. Luft, and of course, the all-important changing of the tassel ceremony. I would like to recognize all of the parents, family, and friends that have joined us this evening, as well as those who could not be here, but who are with us in spirit. All of you played an instrumental role in your students' lives, and you are one of the biggest reasons your student earned their high school diploma. I would like to recognize the amazing staff of Columbus International. Your combined efforts for the past 6 years has produced a graduation class that have broken records in terms of total number of graduates, scholarship dollars earned, and class grade point average. A heartfelt thank you to Ms. Johnson, Mr. Weiss, Ms. Abdul-Simmons, Mr. McClellan, Ms. Tuzzi, and Ms. Varian for doing anything and everything these past 3 weeks. From supporting students on virtual learning, to coordinating diplomas, to ironing graduation gowns, they did it all. One final special thank you to Ms. Jenny Ramirez, our senior class advisor. This year will be her last at International. She has been here since the doors opened in 2010, and she has impacted so many of our students, growing their love for Spanish and being a role model for students and staff alike. We wish her and her family the best on their new adventure. Normally, this is the part where I look out onto the graduates and their families, and I have to take a deep breath because of all of the emotions that hit me. In a single ceremony, seeing the caps and gowns, all of the hugs and smiles, the passing out of diplomas. It's like a rush of emotions that just takes your breath away. But like I said, normally. Class of 2020, I think we can agree, the end of your senior year, and even this ceremony, is anything but normal. But what I can tell you is that the emotions are real. For me, instead of that single rush, the emotions have been spread out. I felt such immense pride watching you pick up your caps and gowns and diplomas because I know how hard each of you worked to get there. Then, after getting your caps and gowns, the graduation pictures you submitted brought a smile to my face every time. While I was proud of you when I handed you your diploma, I felt sadness when you drove off because I won't be able to see you every day like I have for the past 6. Tonight, as I speak to you, I'm feeling hopeful because I know all of the different new paths you will be starting. College, the military, work, it's all in front of you. Class of 2020, it's been an amazing 6-year journey. And you know what's the best part? It's not over. The world needs you. I'm serious. The world needs you more than ever. Your educational experience at Columbus International is a model for what America could be. A place where people celebrate and share their culture freely, where they openly speak to one another in native and learned languages. A place where you're not judged by the color of your skin or what country you call home or your religious affiliation. And ultimately, a place where we learn and grow from our collective life experiences and unique global perspectives. Share your experience with the world. Be the change catalyst I know you can be, and usher in that new and better society all of us yearn to see. Class of 2020, my deepest congratulations and most heartfelt love go out to you and your families. Great job.
Hi, my name is Jerimiah Pinkins.
And I'm Alonzo Dominguez.
And on behalf of the Columbus North International Class of 2020, I would like to welcome all of you, parents, staff, and community members.
Please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Seniors, it is my honor to address the class of 2020 and congratulate each of you on your graduation. Though you're not together with your classmates in the same place to mark this important milestone, I am no less proud of each of you. It does not diminish your achievements individually or collectively. As I pre-record this message today, which is Monday, June 15th, to address the class of 2020, all of us are reeling from a roller coaster of raw emotions. Each of you and your families, our city, our country, and the entire world is still coping with the health and economic impacts of the COVID-19 world pandemic. And our hearts and minds continue to be filled with sadness, anger, frustration, and disgust at yet another brutal act against a member of the African American community. Columbus City Schools has reaffirmed its commitment to the fight to overcome systemic racism and working for change in our schools and in our community. As superintendent, together with the Board of Education, I am committed to making meaningful, forward-thinking changes that address racism, sexism, and gender and religious-based biases inside and outside of our classrooms. Today, I ask each of you to join me by making your own commitment to be an agent of change. The commitment to change is how you decide to define it. And you should know that your definition of change will, well, change. It is what former First Lady Michelle Obama calls becoming. I believe we need immediate change and we need long-term, lasting change. In fact, we must demand both. We cannot stay the same as individuals if we are to transform as a community and as a society. I close with a quote from President Barack Obama as told by Michelle Obama in her book, Becoming. She quotes the president as telling those who join him to address social change from the streets of Chicago to the halls of the White House. Do we settle for the world as it is, or do we work for the world as it should be? My call, my challenge to the class of 2020 is a commitment to the latter. Please celebrate change. Please be the change.
Good evening, class of 2020. I know this is very different than what we're used to when I address the graduating classes. A little birdie told me that some of you thought, since we weren't doing a traditional graduation, that you wouldn't hear me sing or rap. This would be the first graduating class that I didn't do that with. Not too fast, little grasshoppers. It was difficult for me at first when Mr. Lee told me he still wanted me to do some type of remarks to the class of 2020, because I haven't had a lot of contact with you all. So I thought, this isn't like it was when we were on Arcadia and I was always bellowing Hamilton through the halls or some songs. But then I thought back to December of 2019. And what did I sing to the class? The world turned upside down. How prophetic. Little did we know 2020 would literally turn this world upside down. First with the pandemic, and then with the civil unrest that we're experiencing in our country. And I thought, well, what else could I say to them that I haven't said to other graduating classes, particularly from Hamilton, that would even fit? But then I start looking at the news and watching the fiery spirit of your generation. And the first thing that came to mind was when Hamilton said, I'm past patiently waiting, I'm passionately smashing every expectation, every act and act of creation. I'm laughing in the face of casualty and sorrow, and the first time I'm thinking past tomorrow. Class of 2020, do not throw away your shot, because history has its eyes on you.
So what can I say about the class of 2020? First and foremost, you will always hold a special place in my heart. Watching you grow from confused, disorganized seventh graders into the competent and mature young adults you've become has been an incredible journey. Some of you have had some bumps along the way, but you still found a way to reach the end of your journey successfully. Unfortunately, this year has been a year like no other in our lifetime. You have missed out on so many of the adventures that normally occur during your senior year. This saddens me and the entire staff at International. But I hope the remainder of this year opens new doors for you and provides you with many new opportunities, no matter what path you choose. College, the military, or joining the workforce, I know you will find success. Stay safe, class of 2020, and remember, you are special.
While writing this speech, I was at a loss for words. I had no clue what to say to a group of people who had been stripped of their senior experiences. I had no funny anecdotes, no reminiscing of Kadeem's best dance moves, no remembering Miss Johnson rapping at our senior dinner or laughing at our hilarious baby pictures. I didn't have anything that a normal speech typically has. But then I realized that our class, the class of 2020, is known for doing things a bit differently because we are a bit peculiar. We don't have traditional traditions. We don't have a typical homecoming game. We don't have clubs or formals. We don't even have a normally structured high school building. Placed in unfavorable conditions, we have always overcome. Displaced and at times disappointed, we have rejected these underdog conditions and thrived. We fight for better because we know we deserve better. We command rooms with our diversity of thought, grit, and spirit. We have maintained a pattern of choosing resilience over resentment, and in a time of COVID, we must once again choose this type of thinking. In moments like these where our future is uncertain, we need not only hope, but trust and stability. Class of 2020, for our sake, I'm asking you to continue to be the people that you already are. The people who turn lemons into lemonade. People who transform rundown buildings into institutions filled with pieces of themselves. Continue to be the people who know where they come from and find the strength to move the world. However, maintaining a spirit of resilience is not something that we can do independently. Teachers and staff, I must thank you and ask you to continue supporting your students. Each of you has connected with us in a way that goes way beyond your job description. Ms. Sunderman, continue to greet your students with snacks, love, and a smile. Ms. Weinfertner, please keep sending memes from the office and sharing French delicacies with your class. Ms. Chen, continue to inspire students to tolerate math with your wit and humor. Coach Shea, continue to teach students the value of teamwork and visiting them even during a global pandemic. And Mr. Lee, please continue to push students past their limits and encourage them in their most vulnerable moments. Teachers and staff, I hope you realize that these moments, no matter how short they may be, allow us to forget our responsibilities as students and remember that both are people. For 12 years, we have been learning inside the classroom, and for even longer, we have been learning in our homes. We've watched loved ones work, struggle, persevere, and grow. Through observing my parents, I learned poise, purpose, and poignance. I learned how to give the best of myself, and inspire others to do the same. At home, I built a foundation of thinking that will undoubtedly last me the rest of my life. You all have ingrained us with some of the best pieces of yourself, helping to create the global citizens that we are today. For your wisdom, support, and love, we can do nothing but thank you. Today, I leave you with 3 pieces of parting wisdom. As we embark on our different journeys, I encourage you to remember the lessons you were taught. Remember the ties you've bonded here and the people who have invested in you. Lastly, and most importantly, remember these principles rooted in the fruits of the Spirit. Love, joy, and peace can never be conquered, and there is no laws against them. Thank you.
As many of you know, my name is Isabella Gonzalez, and I've been a student here at Columbus North International for 6 years. I've been nonstop talking since I first walked through the doors of International, so it's fitting that I talk as I'm on my way out. I have 3 minutes to give this speech, and as many of you know, when I have something on my mind, 3 minutes isn't anywhere near enough time, but I'll give it a try. By now, I think it's safe to say we've graduated about 5 times. These graduations have been anything but conventional. But if I do say so myself, isn't this a way to graduate in true CNIS style? There's always a little quirky touch. We expect things to happen one way, but there's always just something unexpected. Like when the word "of" was forgotten on the class sweatshirts, so we all walked around with backs that said Class 2020. Or how, for every Global Scholars field trip, we were an hour late due to bus complications. Or let's not forget how within the first 2 months in the new building, the school flooded. I find it amusing that the graduation we're ending up with is similarly unexpected. Soon this graduation will be another quirky addition to the long rap sheet of things that make us look back and say, yeah, that was International Class of 2020. We're all too familiar with Buckeye culture here in Columbus. When one person says OH, the other chants back IO without missing a beat. In my eyes, CNIS has some of the same sort of culture. When you meet another international kid, you're instantly united over the fact that you came from this small little school that not a lot of people know exists. As much as I've complained about this school, if I had the chance to go back to the summer before 7th grade, I wouldn't change a thing. I'm eternally grateful for the opportunities and relationships I've made while here at International. I'll never meet another Jewel, Samande, or Jose. I'll never meet another teacher that makes me laugh more than Miss Chen, an administrator that pushes me more than Lee, or a counselor with more heart than McClellan. He skipped an NHS meeting just to jump our car at Starbucks. I can honestly say the only part of the CNIS experience I didn't thoroughly enjoy were the ugly school colors, purple and gold. I feel like the universe got tired of hearing me complain and took away our entire graduation as punishment. But now I can say I'd kill to wear this gold gown while we walk across the stage at the convention center, celebrating while we toss our caps high above our heads. In closing, this isn't the graduation we expected, but know that it persists as a major catalyst in our lives, propelling us towards the next chapter. I wish each and every one of you good luck in finding whatever it is that will make you happy and fulfilled in your futures. If this experience has taught me anything, it's that happenstance plays just as big a role in determining our futures as the plans we so tirelessly try to perfect. In closing, I'd like to leave you with a quote from my favorite book, The Catcher in the Rye. Lots of times, you don't know what interests you most. Not until you start talking about what doesn't interest you most. It's just what happens. You can't help it sometimes.
Greetings, class of 2020 Columbus North International School. My name is Michael Cole. I have the pleasure of serving as your Columbus City School Board member. It has been an awesome opportunity to serve you in this role, working to ensure that each student is highly educated, prepared for leadership and service, and empowered for success as citizens in the global community. I want to first and foremost thank our staff, Mr. Lee, Ms. Johnson, and so many others in the building, our educators, other administrators, who have worked so very diligently to see you through the marathon race we call K through 12 education. You all have made it. Today is your day. And I want to say thank you in addition to our families who are also a major, major part, in fact, the foundational part of your success. So as you're at home or wherever you are watching this message, I really encourage you to give the greatest hug, arm bump, high five you can possibly give to those that were a major part of you as family and friends. I want to thank them as well. You know, it's interesting because I typically start this conversation off with talking about the value of a Columbus City School education. But we are in peculiar times. So I'm not going to spend a bunch of time telling you about the millions of dollars, the tens of millions of dollars, in fact, our students have procured in college scholarships. I'm not going to talk about the hundreds of students who have graduated from our career tech educational programs. I'm not going to talk about a bunch of that. What I will share is this. There is a African peoples in North and Central Africa called the Tuareg people. They have a unique proverb that says this: God has made rivers and lakes for man to live. He made deserts for man to find his soul. I think that this time could possibly be considered by many of us a desert time. But let me share with each and every one of you that albeit you may feel that way and things may seem that way as reality, that you have certainly not been deserted. You have not. This is a community that has not left you behind. These are families and friends who have not left each other behind. Everyone is stepping to the table to ensure that we're able to move on to identifying whatever the new normal for us is going to be. So with that in mind, I certainly want to say I'm absolutely in support of each and every one of you and congratulate you, not just on this, again, marathon race, this transition of time where you've worked so hard and diligently, but what the tools, the implements that you put forth to make that all work. Tools like perseverance, tenacity, and even demanding change. I want to thank you for that, and I want to congratulate you on that commitment. But in closing, I want to be very honest with you in speaking to you as if you were one of my children. My daughter, Washington, is a graduate of your class. And like her, many of you owned your experience at Columbus North International. I've had the opportunity to get to know many of you personally and take some of you on as if you were my own children. So I just want to share this quick bit of wisdom with you. The first piece I want you to never forget is what you learned here, and not just the hard skill stuff of the math and the English and the foreign language, not just the hard skill stuff, but the soft stuff, the things that made your time at Columbus North International a time where you were able to see it through with some happiness, with some joy, with clarity of mind. My first bit of advice to you is guard your mind. Guard it. Guard it, protect it with everything you possibly can. No one can take away from you what you've learned. No one can take away from your experiences unless you let them. I challenge you to not let them. I challenge you to not let strife, to not let fear, to not let struggle, to not let adversity, to not let any of these extraneous things outside of us and in our world impact your thinking and your mind in a way that makes you come out of your best self. Protect your minds, guard it. Protect your bodies. They are temples. Guard them with everything that you have. The other piece is this: learn the values of things called the fruits of spirit. The fruits of spirit. I read this book one time called Galatians. I think it was the 5th chapter of Galatians that talked about the fruits of the spirit: love, peace, joy, forbearance, kindness, gentleness, mercy, right? Faith. These are things that are absolutely important and your tools to guide you through the rest of your life. In any profession, any vocation you choose, these are the implements. These are the things in your tool belt that I promise each and every one of you will see you through your toughest of times and help you enjoy all the more the great things in life that come before you. Please never lose sight of those things. I think that if our police and so many of other of our professionals in any given place, I don't care if it's at the grocery store, exercised these things just a bit more, they could make an experience for themselves and the folks that they confront every day all the more special. In fact, all the more meaningful. So I challenge you to utilize those fruits of the Spirit, learn them, embrace them, because against them there are no laws, man-made or divine. Remember that. I just want to close again with this idea of my profound dedication to each and every one of you. Yes, this was not the best way I ever envisioned for celebrating the 13 years of education for my own child, let alone each of you. But I want to tell you something today. If nobody told you that they loved you, I love you. If nobody told you that you're special, that you're awesome, that what you've accomplished is nothing short of amazing, well, let me tell you, you've done it, and I'm proud of you. If no one told you that this is one of the most seminal days of your life and to absorb it with every bit of that you have and celebrate it and enjoy it, that they're proud of you. Again, I am. In fact, I am hyena happy and peacock proud of your accomplishments. This awesome class, this audacious class, this august class of Columbus North International Class 2020. God bless you. God bless Columbus City Schools.
Columbus City Schools, to the class of 2020, congratulations. It's your boy, E.T. Let me just share with you 3 things that I think are important. All right, so I know you were disappointed. I mean, I get it. I will never forget my junior year in high school. You know, I finally did driver's ed, applied for my driver's license. You know, I took the test, did the driver's test, and voila, got my license, right? And my mom blessed me with her old car. I never forget, Escort. I'll never forget, it was an 84 Escort, right? Super pumped up. Guys, in the first 2 weeks of me having the vehicle, guess what? I got into a car accident, right? And I remember it like yesterday. It was a hit and run. I remember I hit this old lady. I wasn't paying attention, didn't stop at the red light, crashed into her. And look, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I was so nervous. I was so afraid. I actually drove the car I broke that axle. You could hardly drive it. I drove that sucker up the street, got out, and ran. Yup, I ran from the scene of the crime. And I'll never forget police calling my mom. I'll never forget the police coming by the house. And I lost my car. I wasn't able to do certain things. And I just remember an old wise person saying this to me. At some point, regardless of how difficult it is, how challenging it is, how hurt you are that you got your license, your first car, and you totaled it, you got to get over it. All right, come on. I'm talking to somebody today. As devastating as COVID-19 was and is, and how it rocked our worlds and changed our plans, at some point, you have to put it behind you in the rearview mirror, and you got to move forward. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And guess what? This is probably not going to surprise you, but I've had 3 or 4 cars since then. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? I've had 3 or 4 cars. So where your focus goes, your energy flows. So if you're going to continue to think about, I didn't get to graduate, I didn't get a prom, I didn't go on my senior trip. Like if you focus on everything that didn't happen, you know what? You're going to go on a spiral downward. I will never forget growing up a Detroit Lion fan and Barry Sanders, who's probably one of the greatest running backs to ever do it. I remember he wouldn't celebrate. And I would always ask, like, why is he not celebrating like some of the other football players? You know what he said? He said, my daddy told me, you will continue to score. You're going to keep getting touchdowns. You're going to keep getting a lot of yards. Like, don't act brand new. Don't act like you're not going to do it again. Guys, you're going to get opportunities to graduate college. You're going to get opportunities to graduate law school, graduate from medical school. All right, whatever. You're going to get opportunities. All right, so let's put this behind us. Remember, where your focus goes, your energy flows. So this leads me to number 2. Look, if you got bad energy, all right, you're probably going to give 70%, 80%. When you have good energy, you're going to give 120%. And watch me, you actually attract more by being 120 than you attract at 70. All right, let me just be real. You know what I'm talking about. Some of you don't like to wash the dishes. Some of you don't like to do the trash. Some of you don't like to cut the grass. Like, you just don't like chores. Some of you don't like doing homework. And watch this. When you do things and you don't like to do those things, you don't put the same energy in. And as a result, you don't get the same outcomes, guys. If you want to blow up, if you want to make a lot of money, if you want to live in a gated community, if you want to drive whatever car you want to drive, if you want to be your own boss, if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to change the world, like if you got dreams, goals, and plans, you cannot waste your energy. Listen to me. You only get 24 hours in a day. You only get so many opportunities. You can't waste those opportunities because you own something negative. You can't waste those opportunities because you don't particularly care for this, or you don't particularly like. I love it. Here's what my parents used to tell me back in the day. Listen to me. You don't have to like washing the dishes, but you're going to wash them anyway. You don't have to like cutting the grass, but you're going to cut it anyway. You don't have to like taking out the trash, but you're going to have to take it out anyway. You don't have to like going to school, but you're going to go anyway. If I were you, since I have to do it anyway, I would enjoy it. And so you've got to find a way. When others are down and out, you got to find a way. when others don't like it. You've got to learn to enjoy the sun, but you also got to enjoy the rain. You got to know that while you love playing in the sun, if it was only sun, if only the sun shine, then the trees wouldn't grow and the flowers wouldn't grow and we wouldn't get vegetables. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Everybody loves the sun, but can you stand the rain? And what I need you to understand is that there are blessings when the sun shines. There are blessings, oh, come on, when the rain comes down. There are blessings when it snows. Do you know in certain places in the United States of America that when it actually gets cold or wintertime, do you understand that it kills certain germs, it kills certain bugs? There are blessings in what you would think is a cursing. I'll never forget, my wife got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis about 5 years ago. When I tell you one of the best things that could have happened to our marriage, best thing could have happened to our career, best thing could have happened to our family. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? Why? Because she left her job, because we started exercising more, because we changed our diet, right? Because we started traveling the world together. And there were opportunities that came to us that had she not gotten sick, she would still be at her job for the next 20 years. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Your attitude determines your altitude. Are you hearing me? And so oftentimes you think it's the circumstance or you think it's the situations that's a blessing. No, it's your perspective, how you see it. Henry Ford says, if you think you can, you're right. If you think you can't, you're right. I'm going to say it again. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. And so I need you to change your attitude. I need you, when it's bad, I need you to see it's good. When it's good, I need you to see it's good. And when it's great, I need you to see it's great. I'll say it again. When it's great, I need you to see that it's great. When it's good, I think you need to see it as great. And when it's bad, you need to see it as great. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Your attitude actually determines the outcome. The outcome don't determine the outcome. The circumstance and the situation doesn't determine the outcome. You determine the outcome. Now listen to me. I got two more things for you. The next one I want to say to you is, listen to me. I dare you to dream. I want you to dream the dream, but then I want you to work it. Listen to me. The dream works, but you got to work it. The only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. Are you hearing me? The only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. You can have it, but you got to work for it. And then my final one, when you become an adult, there are going to be days that you just don't feel like trying. But here's what I want you to do for me. I want you to always remember, I can, I will, and I must. In your darkest days, I need you to repeat that. I can, I will, I must. So as I leave, I know you remember the story. I know you remember the story. The little train that could. Yep. I know you remember that train when it looked at the train track and it looked at how high that train track was. It said, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know it. Something said, just get on the track. Like, just give it a try. And so it got on, that little train got on the track. Chugga, 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 choo. Chugga, 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 choo. Choo. And it got on that track and it started going a little bit. And it started going a little bit. And it started, listen to me very closely. In life, sometimes you won't feel like it, but if you put your shoes on anyhow. Sometimes in life, you're not going to feel like it, but if you put your pants on anyhow. Sometimes in life, you're not going to feel it, but if you put your hoodie on anyhow. Sometimes in life, you may not feel it, but if you put your baseball cap on anyhow. Sometimes in life, you're not going to want to do it, but if you try anyhow, you're going to find that you can muster up the strength, that you can muster up the attitude, that you can muster up everything you need to be everything you need to be. And that doggone train got on that track, and after a while it said, I think I can. I think I can. And it got up that hill a little bit more and it said, I think I can. I think I can. And as it got to the hardest part, it says, I know I can. Chugga, chugga, choo. Chugga, chugga, choo. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. And you do I think I can enough till you wake up and say, I know I can. I got my GED. I think I could go to college. I got my 4-year degree. I think I could get my master's. I got my master's degree. I know I could get my PhD. Come on, ladies, say it with attitude. I know I can. I know I can. I can, I will, come on, fellas, say it. I can. Give me that bass. I can, I will, I must. Remember, you can, because you have the ability to. I will because you have what it takes. I must because somebody's counting on you. It's your boy, E.T. Congratulations to the class of 2020. Make your next move your best move, and make the rest of your life the best of your life. It's your boy, E.T. 2020. The world is yours. I'm gonna take it.
Well, it's about that time. And this is one of the things that I truly, truly love about my job, is letting the world know that you're ready, that you've met the graduation requirements. So, Superintendent Dixon, Board President Adair, and to all the viewers who have tuned in, by the power vested in me by the state of Ohio and Columbus City Schools, as principal of Columbus North International School, I hereby confirm that the students whose names will be read on this program are in good academic standing and they have completed the graduation requirements set forth by the state and the Columbus City School District.
Amran Abdisalan, Melissa Acuna Hidalgo, Ayan Aiden, Hamdi Ahmed, Zahraa Ameer, Agnes Atakora, Emmanuel Atakora, Nelson Atakora, Daelia Avelino dos Santos, Isata Ba, Januga Banaya, Rita Banaya, Manuel Barrientos, Johanna Basayo, Aaliyah Beatty, Jada Bogan, Jamani Brisker, Jewa Kamara, Jesus Campos Valadares, Brian Canales, Flor de Maria Carrillo Yacht, Heizel Castro, Alba Cobenes Vivero, Washington Cole, Adorrian Conyers, Alejandro Del Rosario, Isha Jama, Samande Dickey, Desiree Dickey, Abdalaye Djigo, Charlie Dominguez, Alonzo Dominguez-Morales, Shakhia Dunlap, Penado Felix, Keyle Foster, Isabella Gonzalez, Crystal Gordillo Hernandez, Kadeem Grace, Jennifer Granados Fuentes, Ikra Hafo, Misjon Hancock, Yacouba Harane, Amina Hashi, Yusuf Hassan Elmi, Abdiaziz Hassan, Abdullahi Hassan, Asha Hassan, Mohamed Hussein, Anthony Hernandez Vasquez, Samaje Hill, Mohamed Hussein, Jamilo Ibrahim, Angeline Irankunda, Kourtnee Ivery, Asha Jama, Trinity Jaycox,
Donald Johnson, Hira Kami, Nayeli Lopez, Fama Lee, Brian Mendoza, Azma Mohammed, Khalid Mohammed, Omer Mohammed, Sadio Mohammed, Shukri Mohammed, Ali Mohammed, Isaac Mohammed, Osvaldo Molina, Joel Mukaba, Maleyka Miles, Lionel Nahira, Alex Indea Shimie, Isha Neupane, Desire Natira Pemba, Roger Natira Pemba, Callister Naduela, Mowlid Omar, Khian Pacheco-Tapia, Jerimiah Pinkins, Dil Ray, David Renderos, Oliverio Santibanez-Sanchez, Goma Sanyasi, Muna Sarki, Ashok Shankar, Kalpana Sharma, Debbie Centuri, Jocelyn Skaggs, Naya Smith, Micah So, Skylar Stewart, Dejanae Strickland, Nemo Suro, Amadou C, Adam Omar Sila, Amal Talil, Praveen Tamang, Devi Thapa, Kamal Thapa, Mario Torres Santiago, Alejandra Velasco Canseco, Caitlin Vieda, Kourtnee Vieda, Keely Vieda Murillo, Jose Villanueva, Callie Ward, Arkel Williams, Danisha Woods, Jamonte Wright, Marion Youssef.
Class of 2020.
My name is Melissa Cuna.
My name is Jiela Camara.
And my name is Jennifer Granados Fuentes.
Please join us for the changing of the tassel ceremony.
This ceremony symbolizes the official transition from student to graduate and alumni.
Fellow graduates, please move your tassel from your right to your left.
Congratulations, class of 2020. You are official graduates.
Class of 2020. It is the privilege of the Columbus Board of Education to accept the certification of your diplomas. Let us be the first to officially congratulate you.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We are so proud of you.
Columbus graduates, congratulations and best wishes for success.
COVID y el racismo no pueden detenernos. COVID y el racismo ne pouvons pas nous arrêter. COVID and racism can't stop us. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Board member Dr. Tina Pierce here. Congratulations, class of 2020. I can't wait to see all the great things you will achieve in the future.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We love you and all the best.
Carpe diem, seize the day. Felicidades. Congratulations, class of 2020 seniors.